Well, hello and welcome once again to Energy Reiki lowercase Empress 87. So today we're gonna do the reading on our water signs. I know, right? Water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Uh, as you know, water signs is all about feelings, emotions, and just sensing everything and anything around you, getting in tune with your emotions and who you are. Uh, Water signs are more about soul purpose, I believe. They're connected to the sacral chakra, to the root chakra in the third eye in the crown. Uh, it's all about connecting to the is it ethereal world? You know, the world of mysticism, esoterics, and what's beyond the living, water signs are that, and them and Aquarius and Sagittarius are the ones that are very prone to sense or experience paranormal activities because they are very connected to the underworld and the spiritual world. So in today's reading, it was very very weird because at first I wasn't sure. Since last night I was getting this urge, I gotta do water signs. Today I got up and I was just not feeling it. I'm like, why I can't feel it? And when I lay out the cards, I wasn't sure which tarot deck I wanted to use, but I was like, I gotta use this one, and pull my oracle cards. Obviously, like that's a must now. And I decided to go with this. This is the message I got. And I lay out the cards because I like to get in tune with the messages when I'm in my own energy rather than when I'm like doing it live. Because sometimes you tend to pick other people's energies and the messages can come through clearly. So water signs are all about family. They are very sensitive, emotional, caring people. So a lot of you guys are taking care of your families like it should be, like watching over them and making sure that they have everything they want, they need. A lot of you are suffering from a lot of stress, and that's normal because remember, water signs are very, very prone to stress and exhaustion because they're high sensitivity. So some of you need to take rest. Uh, the devil card is not always bad. Sometimes it means that slow it down, tone it down a little bit because you're doing way too much, I know that we have to work hard. You guys have to work hard to make um, things happen, but relax, have some sexy time for some out there. Keep working on whatever things that you're working, like sometimes just lay on bed by the fireplace, have some, I don't know, some snacks and have fun, go out, dance. The night ones is all about fun. It's a young energy. So some of you need to go out or just at home and relax and have fun. Some of you have kids and you're just having it and having fun, taking care of them, taking care of your kids. But when I pull the oracle cards, this is the message I got. And I think this message is in general, not just for the water signs, but mostly for the water signs. Because when I pulled the original cards, I got the water. That one flew off, flew out of the deck immediately, and then this was my last card. As you can see, this girl, she's using and controlling the water, and this is just the water. So definitely this message goes to our water signs up there, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. When was the last time you guys got in touch with your inner child? uh, your inner child is your core center, your heart chakra. I was gonna say Taurus and Libra, but maybe a Taurus and Libra. You're either connected to a Taurus and Libra, or you need to embody that energy a little bit more because Taurus and Libra are very connected to the heart chakra. That energy is all about love. self-love, self-care, and love for others. But remember, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of others? A lot of you are, like I said, very connected to the supernatural world. And the ancient ones is either past loved ones, like the beloved here, people that love you and they're not here anymore. Some of you are very highly in tune spiritual people, you know. And even though you don't know it, I feel that especially our water signs are the ones that they just know things, and they don't even know why. And that's your intuition talking to you all the time. Don't ignore them. Maybe your ancestors are trying to communicate with you in past messages, reminding you, when was the last time you got in touch with your inner child? When was the time that you went out and did just something just because? Remember, water is all about going with the flow. And that's what this card reminds us. Going with the flow is very important. Let those energies flow. If you have emotions or things that you haven't dealt with, it's very, very, very important that you get in touch with them. Meditate. I'm looking at this card right here next to the like the picture of a girl just sitting there meditating. And remember, it doesn't have to be a girl, it can be a guy. It's just like, when was the last time you called your parents, your siblings, your kids? When was the time you went to the ocean? Water signs elements is obviously the water. So when was the last time you went to the beach? Maybe you need to go out in the beach and walk in the sand and get those feet on the water and just feel the breeze in your face. What does it feels like? I feel like a lot of you are being overworking way too much. We're doing things that are taking you away from the things that really matters to you in your soul. I keep going back to this card. Relaxation and taking time for yourself is very, very important, my water signs, because you guys tend to deplete from your energy super easily, believe it or not, especially with those with strong water sign placements, like your moon, your sun, your rising, your Venus, Mercury, and Mars. They are very the big six, we call them. And if you have more than one, even worse, you know, especially if you're doing too much, you need to take that time for yourself. Take a cup of tea, take a cup of coffee, even a glass of wine. Why not, you know? Everything with moderation. But relax. Your kids know that you're there for them. They know that you love them. But why not take a 5 minutes break, you know? Call your friend and be like, hey, girlfriend, you want to go and hang out outside the house? Just like catch up and share that couple love with each other. What's been going on each other's life, you know? Open your heart. If you're struggling with heartbreak, and like I said, most of the time, I do not like to talk about relationships because it's a hard topic. And like I said, I'm not a professional therapist here, but get in touch with your emotions. Go within your heart chakra and see what's going on there. I don't like to talk about myself, but I like to put myself as an example. The past 2 years, I went through a lot of changes in my life, and I discovered that this was one of my passions, you know, like doing tarot card readings. And I'm still new at it because I'm still learning, but I like to self-teach myself, because you know, everyone is gonna learn from different, and I have a lot of teachers. I have seen a lot of YouTube videos from a lot of people that do it, and everyone has their own style. So all of them says the same thing. You're gonna develop your own style to do things, and that's okay. I mean, you can take whatever you can from other people and just make it your own. And at the end of the day, you eventually are going to develop your own style to do things. Finding my passion was really hard. Um, and I shared something like that in one of my readings for Earth Signs, I believe. And I discovered that I like this. But it was all about going with the flow because I was fighting that calling. I was like, no, because how people was going to think about me. And I don't even know when I'm sharing this, but I feel that I need to share it. I was just like working, doing jobs that were not fulfilling for me. And then I discovered this and I start learning and practicing, and it just coming little by little naturally to me. I don't really read all the books. Sometimes I do if I feel that I have to. But sometimes I just pick whatever messages come from the pictures. Uh, but yes, for a while I was just out of touch from my inner child. I have forgotten what being a child feels like. You know, I love dancing, so I started dancing more. I started reading more because I always had loved reading since I was a little girl. And I realized that little by little, all the pain in my heart is start disappearing. I started going to the beach more, and it's just very recharging. I cannot find the words to explain, but I guess that the best places to go to recharge and just relax and release all the stress is a water a fountain or the park. Everything that is connected to Mother Gaia, Mother Nature, is very refreshing and recharging. But especially for earth signs and water signs, going to these bodies, it's it's very important because that's the natural element, you know. And remember, water signs and earth signs, but I'm talking about, and you know what? I just gonna go with what I'm feeling right now, and they are feminine energies, and that's one of the things. As you can see, there's a lot of feminine energy here, a lot of feminine figures, a lot of us. And I was watching a video a long time ago from my favorite spiritual guide, Christina Lopes and Dolores Cannon. I started reading her books, amazing books, how they talk about the age of Aquarius. And it's not just, it doesn't talk about gender specific, it's just the energy itself. We as human beings need to get in touch more with the feminine energy, you know? And it's just in general, like I said, no gender specific. Because we the human beings possess both energies, feminine and masculine. But for centuries, we've been tapping into the masculine energy, which is just about going and doing and just doing and overworking yourself and doing and doing and doing. And like I look at this picture and see how she's touching his head and just be like, let me help you. Let me heal you. Let me take care of you. That's what the feminine energy is. That's what a lot of you, especially you, water signs. Remember, my readings are not like specific. I'm going to talk about a lot of things. But this is what I get when I see this layout. Tapping into that feminine energy more. It having the connection with the physical, you know, making money, working for money, because that's what Pentacles represents, the physical world and money most of the time. And just doing and doing and doing and doing, because that's what this energy is, just about doing and doing and going for it and get it done. But tapping into that femininity is very important, you know, relaxing, taking a state and just have fun, have like childlike energy once in a while, you know. The feminine energy is all about protecting and taking care of others, nurturing others, but also about nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself. So when was the last time you, especially you water signs, did that? You know, it's important that you stop sacrificing a lot in yourself for others. That's natural, because that's what water signs are. Very empathetic people, sensitive people, so they always put other people's needs before theirs. But you need to learn how to take care of yourself, because if you're depleted, then you won't be able to take care of, you're not going to be able to take care of anything, you know. And that's when we get angry and we get mad and we become resentful towards others. But it's not other people's fault that you're not taking care of yourself first. And it's okay to shut your phone down and be, "Hey, you know what? I'm not going to be available for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days, but don't worry. It's just taking time for myself." And people that understand you will get it. Be like, okay, they need to relax. Um, you guys work really, really hard. And yes, it's important that you focus on the material world, but take care of yourself. And this is all I have for my water signs today. I think my messages are gonna be more like this. Like I said, my tarot card readings are not gonna be the usual tarot card readings, and that's okay. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you resonate with today's message, and yes, just sit down, relax, take care of yourself, take that very long needed nap, and connect. Now, just connect with your inner child. That's the message I keep getting. Connect with your inner child more. What were the things that you used to love when you were little? Did you just will go out and do them just because? Those are the things that you need to do more now. Remember when you were little? What is it that you wanted to do? Paint? Uh, I don't know. Just just go within, inside your core, and ask your little girl, your little boy inside, what do you want to do today? Do you just want to watch cartoons? Watch the sunset? Or just paint? So yeah, this is all I have for my guys out there, for my girls out there, my water signs. Take care and see you next time on Earth Signs reading.